In FIFA 16, Breel Embolo was 76 overall with 88 potential. Fast forward 9 years later and now he is just 77 overall with only 77 potential. Today we save Embolo's career. And of course here he is coming in at 77 overall at 27 years of age. Training is definitely going to be crucial to get Breel Embolo's career back on track. Kicking off the first game of the season, and we did have the Trophy to Champs up against PSG, and it wasn't a bad start for Embolo as he did manage to actually skin the defender, getting past. Although the shot was straight at the keeper. He tried later on, but this time he could not get past. Although later on in the game, PSG did get a great chance with Ousmane Dembele, and Ousmane Dembele did slaughter home to make it 1-0, where unfortunately we would lose our first game as we miss out on our first trophy with Breel Embolo. 4 games into the season and Monaco are currently sat in 3rd place, and Embolo has already gone up to a 78 overall, and it has not been a bad little start for Embolo as he is walking away from 8 games with 3 goals. Halfway through the season now and Monaco have dropped down a little bit into 5th place. We are of course still in the Coupe de France where we face Bastia, and the Champions League is going surprisingly well as we are sat in 10th place, and Embolo just keeps growing as he is now up to an 80 overall at 27 years of age. That is more of what we want to see, and overall it has been a great first half of the season for Embolo as he has 11 goals and 2 assists in just 24 games. Moving on, and unfortunately we did get knocked out of the Champions League in the round of 62 as we lost to Barcelona. We did however though get into the final of the Coupe de France, managing to beat Bastia, Clermont Foot, AC and Grenoble Foot in the semi-final, where we would of course come up against PSG in the final. And we did start the game extremely strong, Breel Embolo running through before smashing it into the back of the net, making it 1-0 very early on for Monaco. And later on in the game, Embolo would pass to Zakaria, and Zakaria would score an unbelievable goal from outside the box to finish the game off, as we did go on to beat PSG in the Coupe de France, managing to pick up our first trophy for Breel Embolo. Finishing the season now, and we did manage to finish in 2nd place, of course losing out on the trophy to PSG. Embolo is now up to an unreal 83 overall, of course a +6 on the start of the season. And overall, what an unbelievable season for Embolo. 52 games played, 23 goals scored with 4 assists, and that has caught the eyes of an upcoming Premier League giant in Newcastle. So of course season number 2 starts off with Breel Embolo getting a move to Newcastle, and kicking off his Premier League debut he did come up against Ipswich, and we did start off on the back foot as we did concede a penalty, where of course Liam Delap would slot that home, making it 1-0 early on for Ipswich. Although Embolo is not going to lie down and take defeat, he did get slotted through, and of course he smashed it into the back of the net, equalising the game at 1-1, before later on he would pick up the ball yet again, turn the defender, getting through, and of course placing it into the back of the net, making it 2-1 for Newcastle, managing to win his first game in the Premier League at 2-1, managing to score a brace as he walks away with a 10-match rating. 5 games into the season and Newcastle have started strong as they are joint top on 13 points. And what a start to life in the Premier League it has been for Breel Embolo as he is walking away from 9 games with 9 goals and 3 assists. Halfway through the season now and Newcastle have dropped down a little bit into 5th place. Unfortunately getting knocked out of the Carabao Cup very early on to Bradford City. Thankfully though we are still in the FA Cup in round 3 up against Brighton, and the Europa League is also going very well as we are sat in 2nd place, and Breel Embolo is now up to an 85 overall at 28 years of age. And yet again one unreal start to life in the Premier League as he has got 18 goals and 7 assists in 29 games. Moving on, and unfortunately we did get knocked out of the Europa League in the round of 16, losing to Marseille. We did manage to get through the knockout stages of the FA Cup, managing to beat Luton Town, Aston Villa and Chelsea to book our place into the final up against Manchester City. And what a game this was for Embolo, slotted through early on, of course managing to slot it into the back of the net, making it 1-0 for Newcastle. Of course picking up the ball yet again, he just had a very easy run through, slotting it straight under the keeper, making it 2-0 before he would go on and get a penalty, of course managing to grab a hat-trick as we would completely obliterate Manchester City, managing to beat them 3-1 as we pick up yet another trophy for Breel Embolo. Finishing the season now, and Newcastle have managed to finish in 5th position, of course managing to pick up the FA Cup, and the Premier League has treated Breel Embolo extremely well as he is now up to an 88 overall. And what a season it has been for Embolo. 57 games played, 32 goals and 11 assists. And Embolo is going to be on the move again as he has caught the eyes of Juventus. So season 3 will start off with Breel Embolo getting a move to Italy to Juventus. Breel Embolo's debut was up against Lazio, where he did start off extremely well with a penalty, calmly putting it into the corner, making it 1-0, before later on he would manage to pick up a brace, sprinting past the defenders and calmly yet again putting it into the back of the net, making it 2-0, where of course he would win our debut in Italy at 2-0. 5 games into the season and Juventus are currently sat in 4th place, and it's not an as impressive start as it was at Newcastle, but he is walking away from 8 games with 3 goals. Halfway through the season now, and Juventus have managed to push up the table as they are sat in 3rd place, and the Europa League is not going the best as we are currently sat in 14th place. Embolo though is up to an 89 overall at 29 years of age, managing to surpass his FIFA 16 potential of 88, and he has definitely settled into Italy as he is walking away from 26 games with 15 goals and 3 assists. Moving on, and of course into the Coppa Italia, where we did manage to get through the knockout stages, managing to beat Hellas Verona, AC Milan and Bologna. We also managed to get through the knockout stages of the Europa League, managing to beat Legia, Valencia, RB Salzburg and Manchester United to make it 2 finals this season. However, the first one would of course be the Coppa Italia, where we do go on to face AS Roma, and Breel Embolo was of course the main man yet again, managing to get past the whole defenders, smashing it right into the top corner, making it 1-0, before he would pick up the ball yet again, Valverde slotting him through, and Embolo calmly into the back of the net, getting himself a brace as he would of course make it 2-0, managing to beat them at 2-0 as we do of course pick up yet another trophy for Breel Embolo. Moving on though, and of course we are also into the Europa League final as we face Olympic Lyon, and of course it is arguably the biggest game of Breel Embolo's career. Mbangala up this wing, he is still up here, he's got Embolo inside if he wants to try and use him. It's Embolo, he's defended too easy. Oh no, Olympic Lyon on the attack here with Alvarez. Still just dancing around this box, trying to defend him. We don't know where he's going to go. He's passed back again. It's still they still dance around the edge of the box. Thank you, Diaby. Embolo has got loads of space here. That is unbelievable. It's still Embolo. That is an unbelievable ball roll. And Embolo, what a finish that is in the 38th minute. He makes it 1-0 for Juventus. Lyon here trying to answer back. It's Leonardo to Simeone. Simeone through to Alvarez, and Alvarez, oh my word, scores just minutes after we scored our first goal. He has the equalises at 1-1. Oh, no way. Amada through here. Leonardo out wide to Alvarez. That is nice play from Lyon. Try and get to him if we can. It's still Lyon is saved. Nice, that is what we want. Locatelli through to Embolo. That is a beautiful turn past defender. Breel Embolo is through, and what a goal that is again from Breel Embolo as he makes it a brace. Gonzalez here on the ball. Embolo. He has got Locatelli making a nice run. What a ball through that is to Locatelli. Locatelli one-on-one with the keeper, and Locatelli managing to finish it to make it 3-1 as that's another assist for Embolo. Nice, Locatelli on the ball. Embolo making another nice run here. Embolo finishes it off. 4-1, and surely, I mean not surely, that is definitely game over. And there we go, the whistle has been blown as we finish the game at 4-1 with Embolo managing to pick up a hat-trick and an assist to win the Europa League for Juventus, as of course we pick up another trophy for Breel Embolo. Finishing the season now, and Juventus have managed to finish in 4th place, securing Champions League football for next season. Of course, managing to walk away with both the Coppa Italia and the Europa League, as Breel Embolo is now up to a 91 overall at 30 years of age. Of course, by far surpassing his FIFA 16 potential. His stats are looking ridiculous. And Breel Embolo, what a season it has been for him. 60 games played, 32 goals and 8 assists, as well as being a major part for Juventus qualifying for the Champions League, as well as being a major part to winning the Coppa Italia and the Europa League. I would say Breel Embolo has had his career well and truly saved.